Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jesus' daughter, Lamor, and I want to talk to you about Jesus being an enemy to your enemies and how this works, okay? Now, Jesus talks about in the book of Exodus, Old Testament, chapter 23, verse 22. I'm sorry. Exodus, this chapter 23, verse 22. Now, I like this right here, y'all. I got to keep it real. Jesus says, straight up, he says this. But if you indeed obey his voice to all that I speak, then I will be an enemy to your enemies and an adversary to your adversaries. Okay? So if you have enemies, you guys, for those that are walking with God and they're in their purpose, if you have enemies and you have a whole lot of people against you and you have enemies that's trying to come against you for no reason or just be wicked and evil, oh no, let's hold it down a minute. Jesus saying himself, Jesus said he will be an enemy to my enemies, to your enemies. So if you have enemies trying to come against you with all that foolishness, trying to come out and pile up on you and come against you with all that wickedness from Satan, Jesus said he will be an enemy to your enemies, and he made that clear. Jesus keeps his word. You mean to tell me, Jesus? Jesus said, if I obey his voice. Now, don't get me wrong, people. Obeying Jesus' voice is not always easy. I'm not going to sit here and put out this phony message like it's easy. It's not always easy when you walk with God and trying to obey him at the same time. Because we live in a wicked world. I'm fighting, for example, fighting against demonic forces, canceling out forces, speaking against witches, speaking against all the demonic realm. You understand me? So, if you are walking with God and Jesus is speaking things to you to do, and he wants you to obey his voice, that's not always easy, man. I'm telling y'all straight up, I'm keeping it real. It's not always easy, man, because you're fighting against forces. You love God, you love him with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your spirit. But he's trying to tell you or give you instructions on doing something he wants you to do. And you might want to do something you want to do in that area. It's not always easy obeying the voice of God. It's not. But Jesus said if you obey him, that's the challenge. That's the test. If you obey him, then he will be an enemy, man, to your enemies. And an adversary to your adversaries. I ain't got no problem with that, Jesus. I ain't got no problem with God being an enemy to my enemies. I'm feeling that. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling that straight up. That's real. God is keeping it real. I'm keeping it real with him. I'm obeying his voice. I'm obeying his voice. So God said, if I'm obeying his voice, I'm obeying this man's voice, y'all. Y'all heard me say that twice. Jesus is going to be enemy to my enemies, y'all. Meaning he gonna take care of business. He gonna shut them down. Jesus gonna shut them down. Ain't no looking around that. Straight up. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. If y'all have you out there and you walking with God, you doing your part. Not that you just gonna, not that you are just straight, this perfect person, but you doing what you have to do for God, man. Jesus say, if you got enemies, he's going to be an enemy against your enemies, straight up. And that's real. That's real. I don't know if y'all looking at it like that, but it's real to me. It don't get no real than that. You see what I'm saying? So, just to let you know, man, God is on your side, man. If you have him and you chosen, you walking with God, and you do a part for God, man, he got you. He got you as long as you do your part, man, straight up. But that's real, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to share that message with you guys because it's real. I appreciate that, Jesus. I appreciate the fact if I obey you, You will be an enemy against my enemies. I'm feeling that, God. That's what's up. Because that's how God trying to put out there how he get down with people that's obeying him. You see what I'm saying? And I just want to share that message with you guys and let y'all know, you can find that scripture, and I'll put the rest of the scriptures down there in reference to this topic. Jesus will be an enemy to your enemies. And like I said, you can find this in the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 22. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. I hope that it could be in help to you. Have a blessed one. And it don't get no real than this, y'all. Jesus will be an enemy to your enemies long as we obey this man, okay? Straight up.